Welcome students, Higher Secondary First Year, Biology Botany, Unit 1, Diversity of Living World. Last class we have discussed about the virus. Today we will see about the bacteria. General characteristic features of bacteria, ultrastructure of a bacterial cell, gram staining procedures, difference between gram-positive and gram-negative bacteria, life process in bacteria, reproduction in bacteria, and finally we will see about the economic importance of bacteria. What are bacteria? Bacteria are prokaryotic, unicellular, ubiquitous, microscopic organisms. The study of bacteria is called bacteriology. Bacteria were first discovered by a Dutch scientist, Anton van Leeuwenhoek, in 1676 and were called animalcules. What are the general characteristic features of bacteria? They are prokaryotic organisms and lack nuclear membrane and membrane-bound organelles. The genetic material is called nucleoid or gonophore or incipient nucleus. The cell wall is made up of polysaccharide and proteins. Most of them lack chlorophyll, hence they are heterotrophic. For example, it is Vibrio cholera. But some are autotrophic and possess bacteriochlorophyll, for example, Chromatium. They reproduce vegetatively by binary fission and endospore formation. They exhibit variations which are due to genetic recombination, and it is achieved through conjugation, transformation and transduction. Now in this diagram you can see the shape and flagellation in bacteria. Round spherical shape means they are coccus type. If two coccus join means they are called diplococcus. If they are in clusters they are called staphylococcus. And if they are in four, they are tetracoccus. You can see in this diagram. And you can see the chain of coccus, that is streptococcus. And if you see in rod shaped, it is called bacillus. And two rod shaped join means diplobacillus. And they are spirally arranged means they are, for example, it is spirillum. And a comma shaped means it is vibrio. And you can see the flagella classification here. Flagella is meant for locomotion. If they are with one flagella, they are called monotrichous. If they are with two, they are one cluster of flagella at one end, they are called lophotrichous. And if they have clusters at both the ends, they are called amphitrichous. And throughout the body on the surface, if they have flagella, they are called peritrichous. And if they do not have flagella, they are called atrichous. And you can see the structure of bacteria here. They have got the outermost covering called the capsule. It is outermost covering, and inner to the covering you can see the cell wall, and inner to that you can see the plasma membrane, and you can see the cytoplasm inside with the mesosomes and nucleoid, that is the DNA, and you can see the plasmids and inclusions and polyribosomes and pilus. These are the structure we can see in this diagram. You can explain each one separately. And how to stain a bacterium. It is called gram staining procedure. First of all, you have to stain it with the help of prepare a smear of bacterial culture. And you can have the stain with crystal violet for 30 seconds. Whatever bacteria you are going to stain, you have to keep it for 30 seconds. And you have to rinse it in distilled water for 2 seconds. After that, and third step is you have to rinse it in distilled water for 2 seconds. Afterwards, you have to stain it in iodine for you have to keep it in iodine for 1 minute. After keeping it in iodine, you have to rinse it with distilled water. Then you have to wash in 95% alcohol and acid, or you can wash it in acetone also for 10 to 30 seconds. Then you have to rinse again in distilled water. Then you can add a stain which is safranin for 30 to 60 seconds. Finally, you can rinse it again with the distilled water and blot it. Finally, you can observe this under a microscope. This is a procedure. You can expect this as a 5-mark question in your theory exam. And what is the difference between gram-positive and gram-negative bacteria? That is, different characteristics are cell wall, rigidity of the cell wall, and the chemical composition of the cell wall, outer membrane, then and what is the space present, periplasmic space, based on the difference is there, and you can see about the how they act on the penicillin. Next one, you can see about the nutritional activities, requirements. Then about the flagella, they differ in flagella also, and also in the lipids and lipoproteins. Finally, lipopolysaccharides also, they vary in their. So you can differentiate. 10 differences are there between gram positive and gram negative bacteria. You can expect this also for your exams. Next one, what are magnetosomes? Intracellular chains of 40 to 50 magnetic, that is ferrous sulfate particles are found in bacterium. For example, you can say that as Aquaspirillum magnetotacticum, and it helps to bacteria to locate the nutrient rich sediments. If they ask in 3-mark magnetosomes, you have to answer these 2 points. And what is the life process in bacteria? First, about the respiration. There are 2 types of respirations in bacteria. One is aerobic, another one is anaerobic. Aerobic means in the presence of oxygen. These bacteria require oxygen as terminal acceptor and will not grow under anaerobic condition, that is in the absence of oxygen. For example, Streptococcus. Then what is obligate aerobe means? Some Micrococcus species are obligate aerobes, that is they must have oxygen to survive. Anaerobic respiration means these bacteria do not use oxygen for growth and metabolism but obtain their energy from fermentation reactions. For example, Clostridium. And what is facultative anaerobes? They are bacteria. They can grow either using oxygen as terminal electron acceptor or anaerobically using fermentation reaction to obtain energy. For example, Escherichia coli and Salmonella. What is capnophilic bacteria means? Bacteria which requires carbon dioxide for the growth and are called capnophilic bacteria. For example, for this is Campylobacter. And what is the life process in bacteria? First, they have to see about the nutrition. In nutrition, on the basis of the mode of nutrition, bacteria are classified into 2 types, namely autotrophic and heterotrophs. Autotrophic bacteria which can synthesize their own food. Bacteria which can synthesize their own food are called autotrophic bacteria. They may be further subdivided into photoautotrophic bacteria. Bacteria use sunlight as the source of energy to synthesize food. They may be photolithotrophs. In photolithotrophs, the hydrogen donor is an organic substance. Green sulfur bacteria. In this type of bacteria, the hydrogen donor is H2S and possess pigment called bacterioviridin. Example for this is Chlorobium. And for purple sulfur bacteria, for bacteria belong to this group, the hydrogen donor is a thiosulfate. Bacteriochlorophyll is present. Chlorophyll containing chlorosomes are present. For example, Chromacium. Then photoorganotrophs. They utilize organic acid or alcohol as hydrogen donor. Example, purple sulfur bacteria, that is Rhodospirillum. Then what is the life process in bacteria is chemotrophic bacteria. Chemoautotrophic bacteria. They do not have photosynthetic pigment, hence they cannot use sunlight energy. This type of bacteria obtain energy from organic to inorganic substance. Chemolithotrophs. This type of bacteria oxidize inorganic compounds to release energy. Example, sulfur bacteria, Thiobacillus. Then for iron bacteria, it is Ferrobacillus. And for hydrogen bacteria, it is Hydrogenomonas. Then nitrifying bacteria, Nitrosomonas and Nitrobacter. Then about chemoorganotrophs. This type of bacteria oxidize organic compounds to release energy. Example, methane bacteria. For this, methane coccus. Then acetic acid bacteria, Acetobacter. Lactic acid bacteria, example is Lactobacillus. Then what about heterotrophic bacteria? They are parasites, Mycobacterium, saprophytes like Bacillus mycoides, or symbiotic rhizobium in root nodules of leguminous crops. These are all the examples for heterotrophic bacteria. And how do they reproduce? They can reproduce by asexual reproduction, that is by binary fission. Under the favorable condition, the cell divides into 2 daughter cells. The nuclear material divides first, and it is followed by the formation of a simple median constriction which finally results in the separation of two cells. This is the binary fission. Next one is the endospore formation. During unfavorable condition, bacteria produce endospores. Endospores are produced in Bacillus megaterium, Bacillus spiricus and Clostridium tetani. Endospores are thick-walled resting spores. During favorable condition, they germinate and form bacteria. These are the diagram. You can expect this as a 5-mark question. Next, we will see about the sexual reproduction in bacteria. Typical sexual reproduction involving the formation and fusion of gamete is absent in bacteria. However, gene recombination can occur in bacteria by 3 different methods. They are conjugation, transformation and transduction. First, we will see about the conjugation. What is conjugation? Who found out this first? This Laderberg and Edward and Totem demonstrated conjugation in E. coli in the year 1946. In this method, the gene transfer, the donor cell gets attached to the recipient cell with the help of pili. The pilus grows in size and forms a conjugation tube. The plasmid of donor cell, which has the F plus fertility factor, undergoes replication. Only one strand of DNA is transferred to the recipient cell through conjugation tube. The recipient completes the structure of double-stranded DNA by synthesizing the strand that complements the strand acquired from the donor. You can see the diagram. You can expect this as a 5-mark question. Next method of reproduction is transformation. Transfer of DNA from one bacterium to another is called transformation. In 1928, a bacteriologist, Frederick Griffith, demonstrated transformation in mice using Diplococcus pneumonia. The phenomena of changing the character of one strain by transferring the DNA of another strain into the former is called transformation. The third method is called transduction. Cinder and Laderberg discovered transduction in Salmonella typhimurium. Phage-mediated DNA transfer is called transduction. Transduction is of 2 types. One is generalized transduction. The ability of the bacteriophage to carry genetic material of any region of bacterial DNA is called generalized transduction. What is specialized or restricted transduction? The ability of the bacteriophage to carry only a specific region of the bacterial DNA is called specialized or restricted transduction. Now finally, we will see about the economic importance of bacteria. It improves the soil fertility, ammonification, nitrification, nitrogen fixation. You can see the bacteria which is involved in ammonification, Bacillus ramosus and Bacillus mycoides. What is the role? It converts complex proteins in the dead bodies of plants and animals into ammonia, which is later converted into ammonium salt. By nitrification, Nitrobacter and Nitrosomonas converts ammonium salts into nitrites and nitrates. Nitrogen fixation, Acetobacter, Clostridium and Rhizobium converting atmospheric nitrogen into organic nitrogen. The nitrogenous compounds are also oxidized to nitrogen. All the activities of bacteria increases the soil fertility. So you can see 3 different methods. One is ammonification, the second one is nitrification, third one is nitrogen fixation. Next we will see about the antibiotics prepared by the bacterium. Streptomycin, aureomycin, chloromycetin, bacitracin and polymycin. Streptomycin from Streptomyces griseus. This helps in cure urinary infection, tuberculosis, meningitis and pneumonia. Whereas aureomycin is from Streptomyces aureofaciens and it helps used as a medicine to treat whooping cough and eye infections. Chloromycetin is from Streptomyces venezuelae and it cured typhoid fever, and bacitracin is from Bacillus licheniformis. It is used to treat syphilis. Polymyxin is from Bacillus polymixa and it cures the bacterial diseases. Next, we will see the economic importance of bacteria. We will see about the lactic acid formation and preparation of the butter, cheese, curd, yogurt, vinegar, that is acetic acid, alcohol and acetone. What type of alcohol means? Butyl alcohol, methyl alcohol, and separation of fibers, retting of fibers, and for the preparation of vitamins, and for curing of tea and tobacco is done with the help of bacteria. Lactic acid, that is convert the milk sugar lactose into lactic acid. And you can see the curd, conversion of milk into butter, cheese, curd and yogurt. And vinegar, this bacteria oxidizes ethyl alcohol obtained from molasses by fermentation to vinegar, that is acetic acid. Like this, each bacterium is doing one work. And for alcohol and acetone, alcohols and acetone is prepared from molasses by fermentation activity of the anaerobic bacterium. Then for retting of fibers, the fibers from the fiber yielding plants are separated by the action of Clostridium, and it is called retting of fibers. This they may ask in 2-mark question. What is retting of fibers? And vitamins. What are the vitamins we get? Means from Escherichia coli living in the intestine of human beings produce large quantities of vitamin K and vitamin B complex. And what is curing of tea and tobacco? The special flavor and aroma of the tea and tobacco are due to fermentation. So you study thoroughly. Anyone can be asked as a 2-mark question. And what are the plant diseases? Till now we are talking about the uses. Now we will see the diseases caused to the plants, diseases caused to the animals also. And rice. In rice, it is a disease called bacterial blight, which is caused by Xanthomonas oryzae. In apple, fire blight caused by Erwinia amylovora. Carrot, soft rot by Erwinia carotovora. And in citrus canker by Xanthomonas citri. Cotton, angular leaf spot by Xanthomonas. And potato, ring rot by Clavibacter. And in potato, scab by Streptomyces scabis. These are all the plant diseases caused by a bacterium. Next, animal diseases caused by bacteria. In sheep, anthrax, Bacillus anthracis. In cattle, brucellosis caused by Brucella. In cattle, another one disease, bovine tuberculosis caused by Mycobacterium bovis. And in cattle, black leg caused by Clostridium. These are all the animal diseases caused by bacterium. Anyone can be asked as a 1-mark question. And finally, we will see about the human diseases caused by bacterium. You know very well about cholera, which is caused by Vibrio cholera. Typhoid by Salmonella typhi. Tuberculosis by Mycobacterium tuberculosis. Leprosy by Mycobacterium leprae. Pneumonia by Diplococcus pneumoniae. Plague by Yersinia pestis. Diphtheria by Corynebacterium diphtheriae. Tetanus by Clostridium tetani. Food poisoning by Clostridium botulinum. And syphilis by Trypanosoma pallidum. So you must learn everything, the causative or pathogen as well as the name of the disease. Any 3 can be asked as a 3-mark, or any 2 can be asked as a 2-mark, or anyone can come as a 1-mark question. Finally, we will see about the probiotics. What is probiotic? Probiotic milk products and toothpaste are available in the market. Lactobacillus and bifidobacterium are used to prepare probiotic yogurt and toothpaste. And you can see in the diagram what are the plant diseases caused by a bacteria. In lemon you can see the citrus canker, and in the potato you can see the potato scab. Thank you, students.